All right, what the heck is going on with Stranded Deep online multiplayer? So, September 28th, multiplayer online was released for all players on console and PC. This is actually something that players have been asking for a long time. So, this widely was a good thing. Players who had stopped playing the game came back to play the game with a friend because they were excited. And we actually got new players because of this. However, September 30th, they actually come up and they tweeted out, "Hi, everyone. We wanted to let you know that the team is aware of issues occurring after the recent update and are working to resolve them. Thank you to everyone who has reported the issue to us so far and for your continued support while we work on these issues." Now, I'm going to be fair here for both sides and hear me out before you start raging on me in the comments. This is not easy to do for anybody. There's a reason that big, large scale AAA development companies say, no, we're not going to make this game into a multiplayer online game. There's a reason for it because it's not easy. So the fact that this small indie company actually did this because the fans asked for it, first of all, that's amazing. Hats off. That shows me that to an extent, they care about their community and they actually listen. So, like I said, before you rage, hear me out for the whole thing. September 4th, they announced that they actually found the bug and what the cause was. So we're actually going to pull this up. This is a post by Clares. She's been updating it. It's actually been updated as of 10/8. Today is 10/8, the time I'm making this video. So this is update the day of me making this video. Regarding workarounds, working for some and not others, as mentioned in a previous update, the team believed that the main cause of this issue is related to snakes missing, which was reported by members of the community. Through working to resolve this issue, the team discovered that the snakes and boars are falling through the terrain and are the main cause of the issue. Turning wildlife off and back on again or off completely can reset or stop the spawn cycle of the snakes. However, as boars are passive, they are not reset by the wildlife setting. What triggered the issue in your save will determine if the wildlife reset works for you. So, meaning, if your interaction bug was caused by the snakes falling through, you can turn wildlife off and back on or completely off, and there should be a workaround. However, if it was triggered by something else, like boars, which are passive, then it's not going to work. There's a number of posts where they're talking about all this, and I'm going to leave a link to this it's pretty lengthy. So if you guys want to read through all of this, I will leave this down in the description. Go ahead and take a look at it in your leisure. On the 6th of October, they came in. Sam was one of the developers, said, "Hi, everyone. I just wanted to provide an update. The interaction bug is our #1 priority, followed closely by region connectivity." So I would just like to say here, when I tested it out, I tested it on PlayStation, and the guy that I had connected to kept getting booted on and off. So there's a connectivity issue. I don't know the details of it, but if I had to guess, I would say it has something to do with the peer-to-peer connection. We have been able to produce the issue and have a fix. We're currently confirming that is a fix for all scenarios and will be submitted ASAP, meaning it's going to work for the boar issue as well as the snake issue. I thought it might also help to provide some info on the patching and submission process, as the time it takes to get a fix in your hands can take longer than you might expect. There are a few steps. I actually appreciated this. Firstly, we have to produce the issue and find a cause. This is, makes sense. Then we work on fixing the issue. And once we have a fix, quality assurance tests and confirms the issue is fixed. So I think we're somewhere in 2 and 3, somewhere in that process right there. If I had to guess, then we book a submission slot with first parties. Availability of these slots can vary depending on how busy things are. We book the soonest slot available, taking into consideration the lead time to upload builds and fill in metadata ready for submission. The submission is reviewed and approved. There's a lot of variables that eat up time. Even once we have a fix ready, a big thanks to the community for your patience and assistance with repro info and save files. This helps us reproduce the issue quickly, and we're doing everything we can to expedite these fixes. I understand they're doing their best. However, first, I'd like to say if any member of the development team is listening, I understand and I appreciate the hard work that it takes to do something like this. I understand that it's a monumental feat, and the fact that you're doing it because the community's asked for it, I appreciate it. However, nobody asked for this. And I'm not talking about the bugs. Those are understandable. They happen all the time to many, 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 many games. We can list them, but the list is too long. Nobody's got time for that. What I'm talking about is this is essentially the split screen version of the game with a multiplayer, with an online version. We didn't ask for that. At least I didn't want it. I don't know about anybody else. I can't speak for anybody else. I did not want that. My testing of the online co-op was connectivity issues, like I said, bugs. I have not, knock on wood, ran into the interaction bug yet. But what I did notice was the game didn't take into account an extra player. So we can argue resources all day. Maybe that makes it harder. I actually enjoy a harder survival game. That's the fun for me. If I fail over and over, I have fun. I enjoy that. That's me. I don't think all players do enjoy that. However, the game, like I said, doesn't take into account that extra player that's now in your game. And that is predators as well, right? Sharks, snakes, hogs. I have yet to test, but I suspect that that would encompass boss fights as well. And for me, the boss fights are pretty relatively easy. Does that mean that now that I have a friend online, we can go fight a boss? Both of us have full inventories of refined spears, which we know from me testing that that is the top damage in the game, that we're just going to burn that boss down that fast. I don't want that. I want the game to account for an extra player. I want multiplayer mode to be a separate mode unto itself. And if this is already the case, I can't tell. I can't tell the difference between my solo game, pardon me, and the online multiplayer game. Like I said, we can argue resources till the cows come home. I appreciate less resources. I play hard mode all the time. I appreciate that. But the game doesn't account for predators and that extra person either. I don't think anybody wants it. Now, that being said, that doesn't mean I'm not going to create content for this, because I want to play with the community. I want to play with my community. I think that is the one thing that has drawn me to this game more than anything else, is the community that surrounds that game. So for that reason, I definitely will be playing after it's patched, but I will not touch it until then. Like I said, a number of you guys have asked me what I think, why I haven't said anything, why I haven't made a video about it, why I have literally made no public statement at all. I was just watching, waiting, gathering data, testing things out myself, and this is what I've come up with. I understand it's a difficult task. However, nobody asked for this type of a multiplayer. We need the game to account for that extra player. And if I put it on hard, I need it to account for the fact that there's 2 players in a hard mode. You know what I'm saying? I need that feature. And I don't feel like I have it in this version of the online multiplayer. Whether we get it in the future, gosh, I really don't know. But as it stands now, I don't feel like I have it, and I can't tell. Anyways, that's my opinion. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Please keep it civil. Anyways, I'm Granddaddy Gamer. This is my 2 cents, and I'll see you guys in the next.